News this morning, about 300 and more U.S. troops are now on their way to Iraq. That'll bring the total number of U.S. forces in the region to about 750.
White House officials say their only mission is to protect U.S. citizens and property. They do acknowledge this means more troops with combat capabilities will be in Baghdad, but argue troops will be charged with only protecting the U.S. Embassy, the Baghdad airport, and if necessary, beef up military escorts. The White House says in case the security situation deteriorates to the point where sizable evacuations from Baghdad are required, these forces will not play any role in the intelligence gathering or battlefield advising. With the country in crisis, Iraq's new parliament ended its first session early today amid political impasse.
And happening right here, right now in New Mexico, law enforcement officers are going door to door, urging people in some small towns in the northern part of the state to evacuate. That's all because of the Diego fire in the Jemez. It keeps getting bigger. Evacuations are ordered for Weatherall, Jarosa, West Dunlap, and Dunlap Springs. A shelter is now set up at the Rural Event Center in Albuquerque. The wildfire ballooned to more than a square mile yesterday. That is 5 times bigger than just the day before. It's burning 9 miles southwest of Coyote and in the Santa Fe National Forest. More firefighters are heading there to help out. We will keep you updated. And you can see and smell the smoke from the Diego fire miles away in Santa Fe, even here in Albuquerque. Because of that, the City of Albuquerque's Environmental Health Department has issued an air quality alert until 2 o'clock today. Folks with asthma, chronic lung and heart disease, the elderly, young children, and pregnant women should try to stay inside. And the extreme heat, the wind, the drought, and fireworks are a horrible combination. The fear of more fires popping up is prompting popular areas to close. Now, all open space in Bernalillo County is off limits. On top of that, as we told you yesterday, the entire Sandia Ranger District is closed. That includes the La Luz Trail. To the south, the Mountain Air Ranger District is also shut down. Bernalillo County crews will be out patrolling the Bosque, the foothills, and the East Mountains for this 4th of July, just to be on the safe side. If you want to find out exactly what is open and what is closed, it's very easy. Head to our website at krqe.com and click on the links section.
From this morning's Albuquerque Journal, after 3 years of negotiations with the city, Albuquerque police officers will vote on a 1-year labor contract next Monday. It includes a 5% pay raise for officers. That's the largest raise for any city employee in the coming fiscal year. City Council President Ken Sanchez calls this a reinstatement rather than a raise because of a citywide pay cut in 2010 and a negotiated pay hike in 2011 that was never awarded. The cost of the proposed raise to city taxpayers is $3.8 million. Well, we are taking a closer look this morning at the newly released APS police report about what really happened in the coach's office at Sandia High School.
The report shows it is pretty clear here. Police did not buy the Sandia AD story about supposedly getting an anonymous tip that the boys basketball coach was hiding drug paraphernalia in his office. The police report also gives a motive for why athletic director Tom Knobber on the left may have been trying to get rid of coach Alvin Broussard, who is on the right. Tom Knobber's son was a star basketball player, and Coach Broussard told police that Knobber said he wanted his son, this is the AD's son, to become the coach. But Broussard, the current coach, told Knobber he wasn't going anywhere. 2 weeks later, Broussard found himself in the middle of this scandal.
Coach Broussard is happy that this evidence has finally been released because the evidence clears his name.
The report says security video shows Knobber going into Broussard's office with a bag a few days before the story, then coming out empty-handed. APS police say there's no direct evidence that Knobber actually tried to frame Broussard, but it says there are a number of circumstantial facts that simply cannot be ignored. APS says this was not a criminal investigation. Even though police did it, it was simply an informational investigation. They did, however, confirm that they are sending the case to the district attorney, who will decide if Knobber should be charged for allegedly framing the coach.
In some other news this morning, despite increased police patrols, there were 2 more armed robberies this weekend along Hotel Row on Santa Fe Cerrillos Road. On Saturday morning, a man with a gun robbed a Texas woman in the parking lot of the Courtyard Marriott. The desk clerk was also robbed around the same time. Also Saturday morning, a robber went through the sliding glass door of a DoubleTree hotel room and took a woman's purse off the bed. When the husband went after him, authorities say that the suspect pointed a gun at him and backed him off. Albuquerque police still aren't saying much about the body that they found in a home in the South Valley yesterday. Cops will tell us that it was discovered, I should say, by a concerned citizen. There was crime scene tape up around the neighborhood near Sunset Gardens Road and 90th Street Southwest. APD is asking anyone who saw anything suspicious in that area to please call 242-COPS.
6:06 now. Sandia National Labs now has new technology to help keep U.S. troops safe overseas. Take a look at this. Engineers are putting a radar and GPS system in this old Navy plane. It takes a real-time picture of land. It flies around a second time and then takes another picture. Then the two are compared, and the experts were able to get a good idea of what people are doing on the ground, including bad stuff, such as someone planting a roadside bomb.
White indicates no change, and then a dark area indicates a change. And here you can see a vehicle has driven into this area, and there's actually a change associated with the tire tracks.
The system has been used before. Now it's being upgraded for the Army. Engineers say the system can pick up an object, get this, as small as a soda can from several miles up in the air. They say the planes can also be used to watch borders between countries. And New Mexico's other big lab, Los Alamos, is also getting a lot of attention this morning thanks to Bill Gates. He took a private tour of the lab yesterday. The Gates Foundation helps pay for some research at the lab, including work on finding a cure for HIV. But Mr. Gates does not like everything that is done at the lab. He says he wishes he could write a check to eliminate chemical and nuclear weapons. He's also making it clear his foundation, the money he donates, is not paying for any of the weapons research there. Mr. Gates is also focusing on education, as he always does, joking that eradicating malaria is easier than fixing the U.S. education system.